Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you to high school boys basketball on Central Illinois Sports. Tonight, it is the Camp Point Central Panthers at a record of 16-4. Hosting their rivals from up the road, it's the Unity Mustangs out of Mendon with a record of 14-11 here in a West Central Conference matchup that we hope to be an entertaining one for you here this evening. These two teams are getting ready as we are in the push for the postseason. Camp Point Central starting off a long stretch of games here over the next 7 days, and Mendon Unity hoping to make their case for a top 4 seed in the upcoming postseason rankings that will occur next Wednesday and Thursday. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. We'll come back after a word from our sponsors and get you ready for this one. It's the Panthers and the Mustangs here from Camp Point.
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account. Plus, ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Seed selection is one of the important decisions required to achieve yield goals. Logan Agri-Service represents top seed lines in the industry like Lewis Hybrids, Stein Seed, and AgriGold, and focuses on products developed to meet or exceed our customers' expectations. Sit down with one of our experienced local seed experts who will work with you to help select top-producing corn hybrids and soybean varieties tailored for your specific soils and fertility levels. Or visit us online at loganag.com. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962.
Grab the game while your kids are busy. You know, streaming, gaming, and homework. Now you can teach your kids the value of $1 by showing bundles with Cascom. Bundle telephone, internet, and TV. Bundle 2 for a double play or 3 for a triple play. Plus, save $20 a month for 3 months for a limited time. Then you can tell everyone how you help them with their math homework. Call Cascom about bundles today at 1-800-252-1799. Cascom at 1-800-252-1799.
Cedar Lake Campground has been owned and operated by the Kramberg family for over 50 years. Located off of Highway 24 between Coatesburg and Camp Point, Cedar Lake Campground is a quiet family campground that you're sure to enjoy. With 60 RV spots with water and electric and our 5-acre lake, it's a perfect spot for a weekend spent fishing, spending time with family, and enjoying the great outdoors. Find out more about Cedar Lake Campground on Facebook or call 217-455-4602.
We welcome you back to Central Illinois Sports. You're watching the Great Rivers Bank pregame show live from Camp Point as we bring you the Central Panthers and the Unity Mustangs here in West Central Conference action tonight on the outskirts of Camp Point. Great Rivers Bank with locations in Pittsfield, Barry, Liberty, and Hannibal. Great Rivers Bank is here to help you with your lending and personal banking needs. Friendly service and dedicated loan officers can help you through buying a home, opening a business, or making a deposit. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Well, it's the 14-11 Unity Mustangs taking on the 16-4 Camp Point Central Panthers. For the Unity Mustangs, it's been a bit of an up-and-down season. This team started out like wildfire and really caught the eye of a lot of people, taking third place at the Beardstown Tiger Classic in Thanksgiving and playing Winchester West Central to just a 10-point contest in what was a very high-scoring, very entertaining affair. It would be just a few games later, though, they would suffer an unfortunate injury as Ethan Lucy, the big 6'4 senior forward, would go out on a knee injury that would take him out for the remainder of the year. The Mustangs lost 4 games after that. But in that time, you've seen the emergence of kids such as Skylar Godshaw, Miles Moulton, and Elijah Parsons getting several minutes and really stepping up into the varsity ranks here after doing a lot of JV work last year. This team is led by a big trio of maybe 3 or 4 players, depending on how you want to look at things. They've got a lot of senior leadership in the big man, the 6'4 senior, Melvin McMillan, who's almost a double-double machine any night of the season here for the Mustangs. Tap that off with the high-scoring and talented leadership of Cody Schaefer, the senior point guard, alongside the very well-improved Ethan Voss, the 6-foot senior forward, a little bit of a bruiser, a kid that has shown some outside range and the ability now to drive to the basket, and that has added a lot to Keith Carruthers' arsenal on the offensive side. And, of course, the one to talk about, the big standout sophomore, Sawyer Allen, the 6'1 sophomore guard who scored 34 points just like on Friday night as the Mustangs defeated Peoria Quest by a score of 80-63. Sawyer Allen had 34. Cody Schaefer finished with 10. Cody Schaefer finished with 20. Melvin McMillan and Ethan Voss each chipped in 12 for the Mustangs. They are the winners of their own Mississippi Valley Invitational Tournament this year for the first time since 2018. After that, though, it's been a bit of a rocky road for this team after the start of the season. They're only 1-6, I believe, since the start of 2024. But this team's schedule gets increasingly difficult as the year goes on, and that's the kind of thing that Keith Carruthers likes to push for out of his team. This is a very scrappy defensive team. This is a team that will fight to not lose the rebounding battle. On the other side, this team gets a little too turnover happy at times, but they are very explosive, and this is a team that will not be outworked by anyone they take on. For the Mustangs, though, the more important thing, this is a team at 14-11 is still fighting for a top 4 seed in the subsectional rankings coming up next week. They are part of the Abingdon sectional. They have upcoming regionals at Augusta Southeastern, and I believe the other one is at Illini Bluffs. They are still fighting, though, in that 14-11 record with an opportunity to grab a top 4, and that would mean they would be a top 2 seed at any regional they would get sent to. So we'll see how the Mustangs fare here tonight. It's always a little bit of a rivalry when the Mustangs and the Panthers get together in whatever action it is. We are going to step aside for a couple of minutes here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you about the Central Panthers and how their road looks as we reach the postseason push here on Central Illinois Sports. We're back in 2 minutes.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Griffin Signs and Time at 122 South 9th Street in Quincy is a full-service sign company that can complete any project, from fully wrapping your entire fleet of vehicles, digital signs, storefronts, to creating small banners and signs. The right and professional signage is the difference of getting the job, heading folks in the correct direction to find you, or creating a brand recognition for potential customers. Put the right signs in your customer's mind with Griffin Signs and Time. Call 217-228-7470.
Make your dream kitchen and bath a reality with help from Pike County Lumber. We'll create a design to fit your lifestyle and your needs. Quartz countertops, quality onyx that offers dozens of colors. From start to finish, trust the knowledge and experience at Pike County Lumber.
We welcome you back here to the Great Rivers Bank pregame show on Central Illinois Sports. If you're in the market for a new home loan, talk to the guys at Great Rivers Bank with locations in Barry, Pittsfield, Liberty, and Hannibal, serving the entire region and beyond. And check out that online loan application tool at greatriversbank.bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. Well, we just told you about the Mendon Unity Mustangs. Let's fill you in on what's been happening with the Camp Point Central Panthers. Currently sitting at 16-4, winners of 6 out of their last 8 since the start of the year. They have suffered losses to West Hancock here at home and to Jacksonville Route in the semifinals of the Winchester Invitational Tournament back in early January. This team, however, did get a rebound, grabbed that all-important win over West Hancock just back on Friday, a 53-50 win where Gavin Blewett finished with 22 points. Talked to James Barnett over the weekend and asked what changed over the last 2 contests. He said that Elijah Ginnenbacher was able to step up and knock down 4 3-point baskets, and that essentially opened up things as West Hancock pulled it a little bit out of their triangle and two, and that opened up things for Gavin Blewett to take over on the inside. Blewett finished with 22, including the game-winning basket for Camp Point Central. You all know about the big 3. You all know about Drew Paben. You all know about Nick Moore and Gavin Blewett. But as James Barnett said, he wants to see Elijah Ginnenbacher get more involved in the scoring. Elijah plays a lot like Isaac did last year. Kind of a similar build, a similar frame, and a lot of similar movements along those elbows and in the lane area. Gavin Blewett, of course, able to really swing well on the inside and on the baseline. A little bit of an all-around position player for the Panthers. And, of course, Nick Moore, the senior standout, the all-around captain here on this team. And Drew Pabin adds a whole bunch of defensive peskiness. And, of course, he can knock down the long-range shot as well. This is a team that doesn't turn over the ball very often, and they'll have to do that tonight against what will be a very aggressive, very physical Mustangs defense. This is the first of 6 games in the next 7 days coming up for Camp Point. They will be at Griggsville Perry tomorrow night in an all-important matchup. We'll also have that one for you here on Central Illinois Sports. They'll be heading down to the QND shootout on Saturday where they'll take on Van Far. They also travel early next week in a big game against Pittsfield. And, of course, all of those games will count towards that postseason seeding that will come up next Wednesday evening and Thursday afternoon as we'll get things set for the road to Champaign coming up soon here in the land of Lincoln. We will step away for our last break here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. When we come back, we'll tell you about junior high basketball coming up this weekend on Central Illinois Sports. You're watching it all here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show live from Camp Point.
I like hard work. I mean, I kind of was raised that way. You really do make a difference. You're helping ship out food to feed people. Someone's got to do it, and I don't mind doing the hard work of it, you know. That gives me meaning, and I do go home rewarded. Every time I drop off a pallet, it's kind of corny, but I look back at it with a sense of pride. I'm like, yep, I built that, it looks awesome, and then I just drive away. I love it. When my life needed meaning, I chose Doc.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Since 1921, Farmers State Bank of Camp Point has been a vital part of our community's history. We are proud of our growth, our community leadership, and our success, which is only possible because of all those who shared this journey with us. We are grateful to the generations of loyal customers, families, businesses, employees, officers, and directors who have shaped not only our story, but our entire communities. Thank you. We look forward to serving you and your future generations for the next 100 years. Farmers State Bank and Camp Point. Together, we are a strong, united community.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Welcome you back to Camp Point Central High School as we get you ready for the Mustangs and the Panthers coming up here in West Central Conference action. Before we get to our national anthem and starting lineups, we want to remind you, coming up starting Saturday, Central Illinois Sports has exclusive coverage of the IESA Boys Basketball State Tournaments, beginning with 7th grade quarterfinals and semifinals. We will have crews at all 4 sites across the land of Lincoln. That includes East Peoria, El Paso, Macon, and Normal. For just a small fee, you can have access to all of those games, including the 8th grade tournaments next weekend. We invite you to check us out at Central Illinois Sports on YouTube, and you can learn how you can join today and be ready to watch junior high basketball all weekend long here on Central Illinois Sports. We're going to step away for a quick moment. They'll get the national anthem and starting lineups, and we'll come back for high school basketball. It's the Panthers of Camp Point Central, the Mustangs of Mendon Unity. We're back in 90 seconds here on Central Illinois Sports.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You've heard that phrase many times, and Rod Prentice in Pittsfield, your State Farm agent, is the guy you can count on to be your friend and neighbor in the insurance business. He has a complete line of insurance available for you from State Farm Insurance. You can reach him at 217-285-6930. Our family trusts Rod Prentice with all of our insurance needs. Stop by their office on Washington Street and see the girls. And Rod Prentice, your State Farm agent, 217-285-6930.
As a new hunting season begins, we observe a species most rare, the hunter incompetus. The hunting ritual begins. Already he stakes his claim by bringing a duck call to a deer hunt. Disaster strikes. A devastating blow to a long-suffering species. There may be no helping the hunter incompetus, but for everyone else, no other place has it all like Farm and Home Supply.
Welcome you back here on the Great Rivers Bank pregame show. It's time for starting lineups brought to you by Farm and Home Supply. From snacks, hoodies, power tools, and more, no other place has it like your local Farm and Home Supply. We do not believe we may get a national anthem here tonight. Might have just had a little bit of a hiccup at the scores table, but let's get you the starting five here tonight for the 16-4 Camp Point Central Panthers. The senior guard number 3 is Nick Moore. Senior guard number 5 is Caden Lohmeyer. The senior guard number 24 is Drew Pabin. And the junior forward is number 33, Elijah Genenbacher for James Barnett, 16-4. Camp Point Central Panthers. On the opposite side for the 14-11 Unity Mustangs, it'll be number 10, the sophomore guard Sawyer Allen, number 11, the sophomore guard Elijah Parsons, number 21, the senior guard Cody Schaefer, number 25, the senior forward Melvin McMillan, and number 34, the senior forward Ethan Voss. As the toss is underway, Unity will get the tip, but they will step out of bounds. It'll be a quick turnover against the Mustangs, and we're underway here from Camp Point Central. They'll inbound the basketball now over to Drew Pabin. He'll take it across the time stripe here. It's a man-to-man look for the Mustangs, and they're really going defensively. They work the basketball up to a very crisp haircut. Nick Moore looks like he got a fresh cut. It's a turnover. Here come the Mustangs. Allen with the basketball, goes up with the right hand and scores. Sawyer Allen gets the first basket of this one on the turnover, and it's a 2-0 lead for the Unity Mustangs. With the basketball is Moore. He'll fire up a three from the right wing, and it's good. Nick Moore is pure from 19-9, and the Panthers take an early 3-2 lead on the hot hand here of Nick Moore. Moore is able to knock down a lot of shots, so is Drew Pabin. West Hancock tried to take that away with a triangle and 2 defense back on Friday, and Elijah Genenbacher was able to knock down some shots for the Panthers as Gavin Blewett gets his hands in the passing lanes, and they tip it out of bounds. John Schild, Todd Reichert, Rick Genenbacher, our officials here this evening as they're taking a look at things and checking out the arrow to make sure the possession is correct. It should be to Unity. They have it, or to Camp Point after the tip, and I believe they're going to change the arrow. So they'll get the arrow changed to make sure that that possession will go to Camp Point Central on the next ball. Unity will get the inbounds here as Sawyer Allen will trigger it out in front of the Camp Point fans. Schaefer with the basketball. Man-to-man look here on the early going for Camp Point Central as Sawyer Allen gets into the corner. Cross-court pass. They work it around DeVos in the left corner. He'll drive in. Goes up against Genenbacher. Up and in is good for Ethan Voss. Give him 2, and it's a 4-3 lead for the Unity Mustangs. Voss with his first 2 of the basketball game. Working around the top is Pabin. Now they get it over to Lohmeyer. On the cross-court pass, Lohmeyer will fire up a 3. It's off the back of the iron. It's a fight for the rebound, and Cody Schaefer will come up for the Mustangs. Unity looking to push. It was a long pass from Voss to McMillan and went over his head. McMillan couldn't chase it down in time, and it's a turnover on Unity. 6:38 left to go here in the first quarters. We're just underway from Camp Point. Brian Shoemaker on your play-by-play tonight, along with G-Money, Gavin Hilgenbrink, running the camera for us here in the Panthers' den. Genenbacher with the basketball. He'll get the pick from Blewett, works it back over to Lohmeyer. Now into the short corner, down to Gavin Blewett. Tries to work around McMillan. Goes up and under with the left hand, and Blewett rolls it in. It's another lead change as Gavin Blewett gets his first basket of the ball game, and it's a 5-4 lead here for Camp Point Central. They work the basketball down into Schaefer, and he's going to get a foul call here. It'll be the first of the ball game against the Panthers. Foul will go against Pabin. That's going to be his first, team first of the quarter against Camp Point. Schaefer will inbound. Gets it now down into Allen, back to McMillan. Gets pushed out of the lane by Nick Moore. It's a 3-ball on the way from Voss, and Ethan Voss knocks it down for 3 more. It's a 7-5 lead as Ethan Voss now has 5 points on the early going here. Genenbacher with the basketball. They work it down to Blewett in the corner, guarded out by McMillan. He'll drive into the lane. Runner with the left hand is good. Gavin Blewett ties it up at 7. 5:38 left to go here in the PCRE Real Estate and Scoreboard. We are tied in what's been a very fun 2.5 first minutes. They work the basketball into Voss. He'll try to go around Blewett. Fades out off the glass and is good. Ethan Voss has 7 quick points here for the Unity Mustangs as they lead 9-7 in the early going. With the basketball is Nick Moore. Gets out to Genenbacher at the top of the key. Moore flashes out, in the corner. He'll drive baseline around Parsons. Kicks it back out, Genenbacher. Ball fake, drives into the lane, out to Blewett in the corner. He'll fire up a three, and it's no good. Elijah Parsons comes down with the rebound for Unity. Mustangs trying to extend here on the 2-point lead. McMillan now on the right wing. Voss flashing through the lane, nothing there as they work it around to the left side. Schaefer with the basketball, guarded out now by Gavin Blewett. Unity coming off a hot performance on Friday where they made 80 points. Total in the game, they shot 46 free throws against a very aggressive Peoria Quest Gators squad. Voss flashing through the lane, nothing there. Now they get it back into the big guy. Tries to post up. Goes up against Pavin off the glass, no good. Blewett comes down with a rebound. 2-bounce pass into Nick Moore. Picks it up, goes up with the right hand and good. Nick Moore with the basket. His first 2 of the ball game, and now it's 9-9. McMillan with the basketball in the corner, looking for Schaefer, trying to post up Pavin, kicks it out. Voss, 3-ball from the left corner. That one misses the mark entirely, but the rebound grabbed by McMillan. He misses as Blewett just got a little bit too much in the head there, and McMillan throws it high off the glass. Moore trying to dribble around. He'll step out of bounds. It'll be a turnover against Camp Point Central with 4:01 left to go here in the first quarter. Voss with the basketball now down on the left side, guarded out by Blewett. Still man-to-man defense here from the Panthers as they get it out to Schaefer. Picks up the dribble at the volleyball line, tosses it into McMillan. He bullies in and goes up hard with the runner, and he's going to get the foul as Pavin will be called for the block. For Pavin. Pavin will be whistled for the foul. McMillan will be at the line. McMillan knocks it down. It's a 3-point play for McMillan. And now checking in for Camp Point will be the senior forward, number 30, Cole Peterson. As Pavin's going to have to sit down now with a couple of fouls. (12-9) our score here. 3:39 left to go here in the first quarter. Moore with it. He'll fire up a quick three. It's off the front of the iron, no good. McMillan will grab the rebound for Unity. Hands it off to the senior point guard and Cody Schaefer, the talented all-around athlete, a wide receiver in football, a heck of a hitter in baseball, and the point guard here on the basketball team. Skylar Gottschall has checked into the basketball game, the 6-foot junior guard, wearing number 3 for Unity. McMillan with the basketball, kicks it out to Gottschall, trying to get it back into the 6'4 senior. He gets double teamed, nowhere to go in the short corner. He's got to get rid of it, throws it away instead to Blewett. It's a turnover on the Mustangs. Blewett picks it up. Lohmeyer had it, threw it away, and now it's a loose ball. Schaefer's going to come up with it. Cody Schaefer up off the glass. That layup's no good. Peterson will grab the rebound as Blewett and Schaefer are on the floor. Panthers come back, trying to cut into this 3-point deficit. Moore kicks it out now to Lohmeyer. He'll drive around the lane. Nothing there as he was guarded by Parsons. Picks it up. Schaefer got his hands in. Parsons stole it. Now they try to kick it back out to Schaefer, and it goes off of Reichert. Still in play. Sawyer Allen with the basketball. Goes up high with the left hand. Gets partially blocked by Blewett. He'll pick it up. Goes into double coverage. Gets blocked again. It'll go out of bounds, and the officials say it's off of Camp Point Central. Sawyer Allen will inbounds here. They try to set the double pick for McMillan. Nothing there. They got to get rid of the basketball. They throw it deep into the backcourt where Parsons is able to grab it. He'll take it across the time stripe with 2:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Mustangs spread out around the arc. McMillan's 3-ball off the side of the iron. Rebounded by Parsons. Second chance opportunity here for Unity. McMillan gets it off the glass. No good. A fight for the rebound. Grabbed by Blewett. He wants to run for Camp Point. Blewett with the basketball. He'll hand it off to the senior guard and Nick Moore, and the Panthers will reset here with 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Genenbacher with the basketball. Takes a few dribbles around. Now kicks it back down into the Lohmeyer. Trying to find Blewett. He's guarded by McMillan. Steps out into the right corner. Peterson flashed in the lane. Nothing there. Now here comes Genenbacher. Trying to bully around Gottschall. Can't get there. Down to the left side. This is Moore driving baseline. Collides into Sawyer Allen, and it'll be a charge. As Sawyer Allen will pick up the charge here, and we'll see if we got it on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. So Moore will pick up the foul. That's his first. That should be the third, I believe, of the quarter here against Camp Point. With the basketball is Voss, top of the key, looking over for Parsons. Instead, they dump it down into McMillan. He goes up with a strong take. Melvin McMillan gets 2 more. It's a 14-9 basketball game. McMillan's got 5. Genenbacher now with the basketball on the right side, works it back over. Nick Moore fires up a 3 from the left wing, and it's good. Nick Moore knocks down another triple, and just like that, it's a 12-14 basketball game as Nick Moore now has 5 points for the Panthers. Just 55 seconds left to go. It's been a fast-moving first quarter here from Camp Point. Schaefer working on Moore in the down in the block area, kicks it back out to Parsons, and he'll reset here with 45 seconds. Everybody around the arc for Unity. Schaefer ball fakes and tries to go into the lane. Tries to dump it down into McMillan. He gets double teamed. Kicks it out to Godshall. He'll fire it up from the corner. No good. Voss with the offensive rebound. 33 seconds left to go in the frame as Voss goes up, puts it up off the glass, and good. Ethan Voss is the man of the moment here. He's got 9 first quarter points for Unity. It's a 16-12 basketball game with 21 seconds left to go. Possession to begin the second quarter should belong to Camp Point Central, barring a tie-up or a change of possession. Moore with the basketball, dribbles around, hands it back out to Genenbacher near midcourt. He'll point out the instructions here with 7 seconds. And now Schaefer's going to get whistled for the foul for Unity. Just the first of the quarter for Mendon. Schaefer's first of the basketball game. 5.8 left to go here. And Camp Point will inbound. Lohmeyer will trigger for the Panthers. Peterson and Blewett on the baseline. Genenbacher and Moore up top. They get it to Genenbacher. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Genenbacher drives in against Voss. Spin move. Fade away at the free throw line. Rolls around the rim and no good. And that's the end of the first quarter. It's Mendon Unity 16. Camp Point Central 12. We've got second quarter play-by-play coming up in 1 minute.
GSI Grain Bins. Maximize your profitability. From the initial site to developing your custom grain storage plan to the completion of the project. Mixer Lumber Company. We will be with you every step of the way. Mixer Lumber Company. Your trusted GSI grain bin dealer.
It's time to be thinking about tax planning. You can count on Illinois FBFM for accounting, consulting, and tax preparation for farmers and businesses in Pike, Brown, and Adams counties. Call 217-593-7233. That's 593-7233. Illinois FBFM can take care of your farm accounting needs. Get your accounts in order for this tax season. Contact Jesse Schumann and Emily Matthews at Illinois FBFM in Camp Point, working for you.
If you have that drive and you want to do more with that, then there's opportunity there for you to do that. It's not the typical job that you would expect it to be. Like, it's just super fulfilling. When my life needed opportunity, I chose DOT.
After 1 quarter of play, Ethan Voss has the hot hand. He's got 9 of Unity's 16 points as the Mustangs are off to a lead here over the Camp Point Central Panthers. It'll be Camp Point basketball here to begin the second frame. It'll be Peterson, Genenbacher, Moore, Blewett, and Lohmeyer on the floor for Camp Point. For the Mustangs, it's Allen, Voss, McMillan, Parsons, and Godshall. They get the basketball into Blewett. Ball fake. Goes up and under. No good. Shots get tipped away, and now it's going to be a loose ball foul against the Panthers, and they're going to whistle that against Blewett. For Gavin Blewett, that should be his first personal, first of the quarter here against Camp Point. As always, we remind you, because I've got to remind myself, we reset the fouls at the end of every quarter, and after 5 personal fouls. And now there's going to be a technical foul, I believe, assessed against Camp Point. And that's also going to go against Blewett, so that's going to be maybe 2 for him early on. McMillan is at the free throw line, knocks it down. They'll get Blewett set down as McMillan knocks down the first free throw. It's 17-10 here. Obviously, he must have said something that the officials took offense to. Second free throw from McMillan is up and good. It's an 18-12 basketball game. Voss with 9, McMillan with 7 to lead the Mustangs here. And a little bit of a surprise first quarter from Camp Point. They get Caden Niekamp in for the first time today, the big sophomore forward wearing number 32. Made a name for himself during the state championship run for the Panthers here earlier in the fall. They get the basketball over to Sawyer. Allen gets tipped away from Genenbacher, and Allen fumbles it As he falls out of bounds, it'll be a turnover against the Mustangs. A little bit of a light crowd here tonight. Still a lot of fans in attendance, but of course with junior high basketball going on everywhere, it's hard to fill these gyms sometimes in the smaller schools. Genenbacher's three was no good. Niekamp diving out of bounds to save it, and instead Parson comes up with it. Ethan Voss drives in, goes up off the glass and good. Ethan Voss putting on a clinic here in the first half. It's 11 for Voss, 20 in the basketball game for the Mustangs. They lead by 8 over the Camp Point Central Panthers with 7:09 left in the first half. Moore's three, no good. Niekamp grabs the rebound. It's an offensive rebound for the Panthers, and they'll get a second opportunity here. Still man-to-man defense out of the Mustangs. Lohmeyer, cross-court pass over to Genenbacher, guarded out by Godshaw. He'll take the pick from Peterson. Goes into the lane, kicks it out, tipped by Allen, stolen by Allen. Gets it up to Parsons ahead. Elijah Parsons goes up, and he'll get fouled by Lohmeyer, and he'll head to the free throw line. Caden Lohmeyer whistled for his first. It'll be the third of the quarter here already against Camp Point Central with 6:43 left to go. Things are a little quiet here as maybe everybody just a little bit surprised by what we see on the scoreboard early. Elijah Parsons, the sophomore, steps to the free throw line and rolls around the rim and falls out, misses the first one. Schaefer's going to check back in here for the Mustangs. He'll take the shooter as Parsons will get his second one. We remind you about Illini Express, here to serve you with walk-in medical care when you need it, 7 a.m., 7 p.m. every Monday through Friday. Illini Express, seeing patients ages 18 months and older with no appointments necessary. Learn more online by visiting IlliniHospital.org. Second one for Parsons is up and good. It's a 21-12 basketball game. Parsons' first basket of the contest. They whip the basketball over to Genenbacher, does the Panthers, as they're trying to get some offensive rhythm going. Lohmeyer with the basketball, whips it around to the left side. Genenbacher will fire up a three, and he'll knock it down. That's what they needed Friday night against West Hancock, and that's what they need tonight here against the Mustangs. As Genenbacher gets his first triple of the night, it's 21-15. Slashing through his Godshaw, checked by Niekamp. They'll work it back over to the left side instead to Voss. Now down to Schaefer, trying to find McMillan. He is battling with Niekamp. Gets tipped away now. The pass does by Genenbacher. Steal for the Panthers. Genenbacher into Peterson. Peterson goes up. He'll get fouls. We'll take a look at it here on the Northwestern Mutual instant replay. Peterson will go to the free throw line on the foul from Voss. For Voss, it's his first foul. First of the quarter here for the Mustangs. First free throw is up and no good for Peterson. Just under 6 minutes remaining here in the first half. Both free throws no good. Melvin McMillan will grab the rebound here for Camp Point. Schaefer will slowly walk it across the time stripe here for the Mustangs, where he's met at the volleyball line by Caden Niekamp. They get the basketball to Godshaw. Takes one dribble and has to pick it up. They work around Schaefer into triple traffic, gets tipped away by Niekamp as he tried to find Allen, and it's going to get stolen away again by the Panthers. Genenbacher goes up with it, gets partially blocked by McMillan. It's a loose ball rebound, grabbed by Skylar Godshaw. Voss will bring it across. He's already in double figures here with 5:25 left to go in the first half. Voss had to get rid of it. Lucky to find Schaefer. Schaefer surveying the scene, kicks it back over now to Sawyer Allen. Sawyer Allen's had a little bit of a quiet night here tonight, just 2 points so far. Voss bullies around, tries to get it down to Godshaw. It gets tied up with Lohmeyer, and the officials will whistle a foul from behind, and that's going to go against Lohmeyer. So Lohmeyer will get whistled for his second foul of the basketball game. It's going to be the fourth of the quarter against Camp Point. Pabin's going to check back in. Lohmeyer's going to sit down. So a little bit of foul trouble here early on for Camp Point Central as Pabin and Lohmeyer each with 2 fouls. They get the basketball into McMillan. McMillan goes up against Moore off the glass and good. Melvin McMillan gets 2 more. It's a 23-15 basketball game. McMillan's got 9. Panthers looking for some answers here in the first half. They trail by 8. Niekamp with the basketball. Works it over to Moore down in the left corner, guarded out by Sawyer Allen. They trade assignments as McMillan comes back to Moore. Schaefer guarding Pabin. He takes a few dribbles, kicks it out. Genenbacher, 3 from the right corner is good. Elijah Genenbacher knocks down another triple, and it's 23-18 as Genenbacher now has 6. 4:30 left to go here in what has been a very fun first half from Camp Point Central. Voss with the basketball. Down in the corner, flashing through is Schaefer, nothing there. McMillan trying to set an off-ball pick for Allen. He'll opt away. Now they get it down to McMillan in the block. Goes up high off the glass, no good. Paben will grab the rebound. He wants to push the tempo. Numbers not there for Camp Point. They'll get it to Moore. He'll drive baseline, gets met by Voss, whips it around to Genenbacher. Heat check for Genenbacher's no good. Rebound grabbed by Cole Peterson. And we'll get a traveling violation as Paben got double teamed at the free throw line and had nowhere to go. It's another turnover here against Camp Point Central. 3:58 left to go here in the first half on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard, where Mendon Unity leads Camp Point Central 23-18. Gottschall works it over to Voss. Now they whip it around down in the corner to Sawyer Allen. Flashing through is Gottschall, nothing there, and they'll work the offense back to the right side. Voss driving against Genenbacher. Spin move up with the right hand, and he's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line. Will Ethan Voss. Genenbacher will get whistled for the foul. That's his first. Fifth of the quarter now against Camp Point Central with 3:42 left to go. Voss will head to the free throw line for 2 shots. The 6-foot senior forward eyes up the first one. In and out of the rim, no good. We remind you about Pike County Express, locally owned family newspaper serving Pike County in the region since 1991. See Robin and the gang as they issue new issues each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. Second free throw from Voss misses the mark as well. It's a fight for the loose ball, and now they say McMillan's going to get caught on the body contact as he and Niekamp were fighting for the ball. For McMillan, it'll be his first, second of the quarter against Mendon Unity. Unity is in bonus for the remaining 3:39 of this one, so every Camp Point foul sends the Mustangs to the line for 2 tries. 3:32 left here in the first half. A little bit of a 2-3 zone look now from Mendon Unity. Flashing high was Peterson. They got it down to Niekamp. He gets double teamed, needs to get rid of the basketball, finds Paben top of the key, and he'll drag the foot before he dribbles. It's a turnover against Camp Point Central. Camp Point just a little bit out of sync here with 3:19 left to go in the first half. McMillan with the basketball now, guarded out by Genenbacher on the left wing. Guys flash to the lane, nothing there for the Mustangs, and they'll work it to the right side. McMillan down on the block, nothing there, guarded out by Niekamp. They'll get it to Schaefer to try to get it to the big 6'4" forward. Nothing there still. Mustangs have the opportunity to be patient here as they lead by 5. Schaefer at the top of the key, guarded by Paben. McMillan comes up for the pick. The roll, nothing there. They work it down into the corner. Sawyer Allen drives baseline. Gets caught underneath the basket. Shot is no good, and Genenbacher with the rebound. He'll push the tempo here for the Panthers with 2:36 left to go. Moore with the basketball. Fires up a 3, is no good. High rebound, grabbed by Genenbacher. He gets it tipped away. It's a loose ball grabbed by Moore. Moore will drive into the lane. One-handed pass out to Paben. Paben's 3 from the corner, no good. Schaefer will grab the rebound for the Mustangs. Slowly brings it across the time stripe. Keith Carruthers and James Barnett extraordinarily quiet here. We'll expect to see that change as we get into the second half. Dribbling is Sawyer Allen, works it over to Ethan Voss on the right side. Allen slashes through the lane, nothing there as Voss takes a few dribbles. Tries to go up against Peterson. Ball fake, goes up and under, loses it, comes back up with it. Voss's shot no good. Peterson comes down with the rebound. Paben with it. Surveying the seam. Pulls up from 12 foot, no good. Genenbacher will grab the rebound. Second chance again opportunity as the Panthers are winning the offensive rebound war. Moore will pull it out, drives into the lane. Niekamp didn't know he was coming. Step back jumper from Nick Moore is nice. It's a 23-20 basketball game for Nick Moore. He's got 7 points on the night, and Keith Carruthers will take a timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For the best internet around that won't buffer, that means you'll never have trouble watching a game on Central Illinois Sports. Followthefiber.net is where you want to go. We are back here in 30 seconds.
Damon Plumbing, serving all of Pike County and the surrounding area with quality residential and commercial plumbing services. Damon Plumbing offers septic installation, drain cleaning, new water lines, remodel work for your home, or if you're planning a new build, make sure you include the Damon boys. To get it right the first time, no job too big. Have you seen Braden and Doug? Or too small? Sorry, Corby, couldn't resist. Call Braden at 217-491-5415 or Doug at 217-617-2318. Damon Plumbing, recommended by our family for your family.
Mendon Unity took the timeout. It's their first of the basketball game. You are watching Central Illinois sports coverage of high school boys basketball as Mendon Unity leads Camp Point Central 23-20. The Mustangs have led by as many as 8 here so far in this contest. Allen with the basketball in the short corner. Takes a few patient dribbles and now gets pressured by Genenbacher. Pick comes from McMillan. He loses the basketball as Moore tries to steal it away, and now it's going to be a foul against Sawyer Allen as he lost the basketball and just had to get the desperation foul to avoid the transition. For Sawyer Allen, it'll be his first. For the Mustangs here in the second quarter, it's going to be their third team foul. Moore with the basketball, drives baseline against Allen, goes up runner with the right hand is no good as it's short off the iron. McMillan came up with it, and Niecamp's going to be all up in his grill, and Caden Niekamp will be whistled for the foul. And we should be heading to the opposite end to shoot free throws here for Melvin McMillan. Less than a minute to go here in the first quarter, or in the first half, excuse me. We'll tell you all about it coming up on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. McMillan will step to the free throw line. 9 points on the evening for the big 6'4" senior forward. First one is up, and it is good. Remind you about Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank, here to help you with your auto, residential, and commercial loan needs. Give Damon a call at 217-285-4404. Damon Emmerich at Great Rivers Bank. McMillan's now in double figures. He's got 11 as Mendon Unity re-extends this lead up to 5. They've led by as many as 8 here in the first half. Niekamp with the basketball guarded out by McMillan. They'll work it around to Peterson at the volleyball line. Genenbacher coming through the lane. Nothing was there, and they'll give it back up to Moore, top of the key. Now out to Pabin near midcourt. 41 seconds left to go in the first half. Panthers seem content to take their time. It will be Mendon Unity basketball to begin the third quarter, barring a tie-up or a change of possession. Unity staying packed back in the 2-3 zone around the top of the lane. Niekamp, the only player in the lane here for Camp Point Central. 21 seconds. James Barnett barking out instructions from the Camp Point bench. 15 seconds left to go. They get it to Moore, works it over to Peterson. Now this is Genenbacher on the weave. Out to Moore in the corner. Moore drives baseline. Long jumper, no good. Sawyer Allen comes down with it. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. Allen has time. Pulls up for a long 2, and it's no good. And that will end the first half. Mendon Unity leading Camp Point Central 25-20. We've reached the Little Jess halftime show. When we come back, we'll give you some halftime statistics and more here from Camp Point. Don't go anywhere.
There's a road that makes all the difference between the good and the great. A road less traveled for the few who can handle the grind. One of hard work, dedication, integrity, and leadership, with a respect for heritage and tradition and a willingness to adapt. At Little Jess, we travel that road every day because we believe in that difference. And we dare our competition to try and keep up. Little Jess, serving the tri-state area since 1969.
Game Masters is your headquarters for all your hunting gear. We have more than just camo hunting attire. Come check out our casual lines of Sitka, Under Armour, North Face, Columbia, Drake, and more. Pursue your prey with these off-road Quiet Cat bikes from Game Masters. Easy to transport and perfect for your next hunting adventure. Game Masters, we're passionate about the outdoors.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Welcome to Douglas Automotive and Tire, your expert truck and car repair center in Pittsfield, Illinois. We provide full service from oil changes to new tires and everything in between. Contact us today to schedule service. We're located at 303 West Jefferson Street in Pittsfield, Illinois. Call 217-922-0064. That's 217-922-0064. Britton and the gang know cars, and if you need repairs, call Douglas Automotive today for all your repairs.
Welcome you back here to the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show. Little Jess in Quincy, Illinois, the place to go for your next vehicle purchase. Their staff is committed to making the car buying process simple and making sure each customer's needs are satisfied. You can learn more online at littlejessmotor.com or see the gang in person anytime at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Go tell them the guys from Central Illinois Sports sent you. It is a 25-20 lead for the Mendon Unity Mustangs over the Camp Point Central Panthers here from Camp Point Central High School. Mendon Unity has led by as many as 8 points. Here in the first half, Camp Point has just really struggled to get things offensively going. They've knocked down some shots, had too many turnovers here that the Mustangs were able to take advantage of early, and they find themselves in the halftime break down by 5. We'll come back after another short break from our sponsors. We'll tell you about halftime scoring and more. You're watching the Little Jess halftime show here live from Camp Point Central High School on Central Illinois Sports.
Press Yours On You would like to wish all the area teams the best of luck this year. If you're looking to get your team shirts or just looking for spirit wear for yourself, remember Press Yours On You. We have over 1,400 square foot of retail space in our shop. Stop by and see us and check out our offerings. Business lets us help you promote your brand. Decoration methods we offer include screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Thank you to everyone in our community for the support over the last 16 years. Thank you for supporting local. Press Yours On You, 506 Westwood, Camp Point, Illinois. When it comes to financial planning, most financial companies focus on your income. At Northwestern Mutual, we focus on your outcome. That's why we know what it takes to succeed both on your balance sheet and in your life. It takes the right financial partner who looks at where you are now and where you want to go and design a financial plan to take you there so you can achieve the life you're after today and every day after. Focus on your financial outcome with Northwestern Mutual. Contact Sheila Davidsmeyer today. Her office is located at 311 West Washington in Pittsfield, Illinois, or visit SheilaDavidsmeyer.nm.com. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey, it's the start of a new year, and is one of your New Year's resolutions in order to make your dollar stretch further? Then you don't want to miss the Dollar Day sale at your local Farm Home Supply running January 5th through the 14th. Here are some of the hottest deals. Get $15 off all Wrangler Retro Denim. We'll give you a free $15 gift card when you purchase any 30-pound or more Purina Pro Plan dog food. Tide Simply Laundry Detergent is only $8. Need a heater? Our most popular Milk House heater is only $17. See all the deals and much more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
Welcome you back on the Little Jess Motors halftime show. Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 3431 Main Street in Quincy. Go see those guys for your next vehicle purchase, or you can visit them anytime online at littlejessjeep.com. It has been an entertaining first half here from Camp Point Central High School as the Mustangs lead the Panthers 25-20. Let's tell you about some halftime scoring first. For Camp Point Central, Nick Moore has 7. Drew Pavin has played but not scored. Elijah Genenbacher has 6. And Gavin Blewett has 7. And if my math does right, that should add us up to the 20 points here for the Camp Point Central Panthers. On the opposite side for the Unity Mustangs, Sawyer Allen has 2. Elijah Parsons has 1. Melvin McMillan and Ethan Voss each have 11. And if I was to tell you that the Mustangs were up by 5 and Sawyer Allen and Cody Schaefer have done minimal damage in the scorebook, you would say that things are looking pretty up for the Mustangs. We'll see how the second half comes here as both teams will come out of the halftime break here shortly. We remind you, coming up beginning Saturday, Central Illinois Sports is the exclusive home of your IESA Boys State Championships. We'll have crews at all 4 locations. That's going to be East Peoria Central Junior High, El Paso Gridley, Macon Meridian, and Normal Kingsley Junior High Schools. Will begin at 10 a.m. for all 4 sites. We'll go through the quarterfinals, come back at 5:30 for the semifinals, and we'll be back at those same locations next Thursday for the trophy games. You can subscribe now for a minimal fee. That'll get you in access to watch all of those games live as they happen. And, of course, you'll also have access to next weekend's 8th grade tournaments included in that fee. For one fee, you get all the 7th grade and 8th grade state tournament action across the IESA platform coming up here on Central Illinois Sports. I believe I will be at the 1A tournament at East Peoria. Charlie is heading up to Normal Kingsley for the 4A tournament. Jack is going to El Paso Gridley for the 3A tournament. And our friend Steve Surratt from BC Hornet Sports will be on the call for the 2A tournament down in Macon Meridian. So it's going to be a fun weekend. We hope you will join us for all of the fun there. And, of course, you can visit us online at YouTube at Central Illinois Sports, or go to centralillinoisports.com. Charlie has put together a nice tutorial on how you can subscribe and join today. We'll step aside for a couple of minutes of sponsors telling you about the wonderful things they do and how they bring us high school basketball all winter long here on our Central Illinois Sports platform. When we come back, we'll get you ready for second half action as Mendon Unity leads Camp Point Central 25-20. This is the Little Jess halftime show on Central Illinois Sports.
Here in Pittsfield, we're focused on maintaining a healthy, diverse economic base to increase opportunities for our residents. Economic factors greatly affect a community's overall potential, and we strive to continue our prosperous culture. The availability of both commercial and industrial employment centers and new lucrative entrepreneurship opportunities are major assets for growth and development here in Pittsfield. In addition to providing employment and income to people, Pittsfield also boasts several tax incentive districts to further facilitate economic growth. Examples of growth and success can be seen throughout Pittsfield. Pittsfield is located within Pike County and widely known for the abundance of white-tailed deer, and is also home to companies that have capitalized from the region's natural resources. Located over on Madison Street, Whitetail Properties is a major local and international employer that truly embodies the local and economic spirit of Pittsfield. State-of-the-art communications and telecommuting are available here. Be sure to catch their televised series throughout the week on the Sportsman Channel. Come grow and be a part of something great in Pittsfield, Illinois.
One size fits all, that may be all right for an adjustable belt or cheap sunglasses, but when it comes to your financial needs, no one wants a one-size-fits-all strategy. Derek Harris is your Pike and Adams County area Edward Jones financial advisor. Derek Harris's most important goals are yours. That's why Derek will take the time to understand your needs so he can recommend personalized strategies with your goals in mind. Contact Derek Harris today at 217-222-7173. Knowing you, that's how Edward Jones makes sense of investing. Member SIPC.
Go team go! Great Rivers Bank has a digital banking app worth cheering for. Move your money, pay your bills, deposit your checks. Hooray! Hooray! Set up a budget, manage your debit card, set up account alerts, and so much more. Our digital banking will give you a reason to stand up and cheer for banking. Learn more at greatriversbank.bank. Great Rivers Bank is an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers State Bank, we believe in community, teamwork, and success. We're thrilled to announce that we've been named the best place to work in Illinois and the best community bank in America this year. Join us on this winning team where your dreams take center court at Farmers State Bank. We're a team. Discover the difference. The best place to bank, the best place to work. Because when our community wins, we all win. We're community, excellence, and opportunity.
Welcome you back here on the Little Jess Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show as we give you some of the leading scorers again here in this contest for Camp Point Central. Gavin Blewett and Nick Moore each with 7. Elijah Genenbacher has 6. On the flip side for Mendon Unity, Ethan Voss and Melvin McMillan both with 11 here in the first half as the Mustangs hold a 5-point lead coming out of the halftime break. For Camp Point Central, this is the first game of 6 in 7 days. They'll be at Griggsville Perry tomorrow night. We'll have that one for you in another big-time matchup coming up here for the Panthers. They'll also take on a very talented Van Far team out of Missouri in the QND Superfan Shootout coming up on Saturday. They travel, I believe, Monday to Pittsfield, and they still have 2 big matchups coming up at the end of the season. They will take on Macomb on the road at the hangar to take on the very talented Macomb Bombers. And, of course, they'll wrap up the regular season, listen to this, against the West Central Cougars. That'll be a home game on Tuesday, February 13th. We'll definitely be bringing you that here on Central Illinois Sports as Zach Evans and the high-flying West Central Cougars will come in to take on the Camp Point Central Panthers. We'll take a quick 30-second break. When we come back, it's second half action here between the Mustangs and the Panthers. You're watching it all live on Central Illinois Sports.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their tasks. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
Welcome you back here as we get ready for live action. Camp Point Central comes out with their starting five. It's Moore, Blewett, Paben, Gendenbacher, and Lohmeyer. Same on the opposite side here for Mendon Unity. It's Allen, Schaefer, Parsons, McMillan, and Voss. Allen tosses it inside to Schaefer. He'll flip it back out to McMillan. Tries to drive around Gendenbacher. Spin move and runner with the right hand is good. A really tough, pretty move for Melvin McMillan. And just like that, the Mustangs extend their lead back out to 7. McMillan now has 13. Moore, top of the key, 3. Contested by Voss, no good. McMillan comes down with the rebound, gets bumped away, and now it's going to be a foul either against Gendenbacher or Blewett. And they're going to whistle Gavin Blewett for this. It has not been the best of nights for Gavin Blewett. Believe that should be his third personal foul. First of the quarter here against Camp Point Central, just underway in the third on the PCRE Real Estate Auction scoreboard. Mendon Unity leads Camp Point Central 27-20. Allen with it, tops it up to McMillan on the left elbow. Drives in, takes a dribble, gives it to Voss. He'll fire up at 3 from the corner. Ethan Voss has got the hot hand in Adams County tonight. Another 3, and now James Barnett wants to take a timeout. We will take it too. Voss has 14. The Mustangs are up by 10. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, West Central Illinois, are you looking for a great deal on a vehicle? Well, at Westtown Ford, we have a lot full of vehicles. Cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. We've got them all, and a lot of them at Westtown Ford in Jacksonville.
James Barnett takes the timeout. It's an Adams Fiber timeout. For top-notch local computer sales and repair services, Adams Experts is your go-to when your computer goes down. Give them a call at 217-214-3423 or visit them online at followthefiber.net. Ethan Voss just knocked down another triple for the Mustangs. He's got 14 points to lead all scorers in the contest so far. And Mendon Unity finds themselves up by double figures. This is their largest lead of the basketball game here with 7:05 left to go in the third. We'll see how the Panthers respond as they work it down to Lohmeyer in the corner, guarded out by Parsons. Back up top of the key, Gendenbacher as they work it around to the right side. Gets tipped away by Schaefer. Blewett still able to hold on to it. Spin around jumper is good. A nice, pretty jumper from Gavin Blewett. A much-needed basket for the Panthers. It's 30-22. Blewett now has 9. Voss with the basketball. Trying to get that fourth foul against Blewett. He'll kick it back out to Allen instead, who's had a very quiet night offensively after scoring 34 on Friday against the Gators. Taking a few dribbles is Schaefer. They'll work it back up to midcourt and work it around to the left side. Allen with the basketball tightly guarded by Nick Moore. Gets a hand in and chips it away. Allen having a lot of trouble now. Here comes Nick Moore. Nick Moore with the steal. Spin move around Parsons. Goes up easy. Basket for Nick Moore on the steal and the basket. It's 30-24 as Nick Moore now has 9. Just when you think to pull away from these Panthers, they come right back with a couple of defensive stops as now Gendenbacher gets his hands in the passing lane as Allen tried to flip it to McMillan. It'll remain Mustangs basketball underneath their own hoop. McMillan will inbound here for Mendon Unity. Flashing out Schaefer, they'll get him the basketballs. McMillan gets fronted by Gendenbacher. It's another 3 for Ethan Voss, and Ethan Voss cannot be denied tonight. 33-24. Voss now has 17 points on the night for Unity. Paben with the basketballs. The Panthers look to respond. He'll fire up a 3 from the right wing. It's off the front of the iron, no good. Voss flies in for the rebound, and he'll get bumped from behind by Gendenbacher. Second foul for Gendenbacher, second of the quarter against Camp Point Central. One thing both of these teams pride themselves on is defense and rebounding. Both of them actually not doing a pretty bad job here tonight. And the Mustangs maybe just getting a little bit of an edge here, especially off the hot hand so far of Ethan Voss. They get it back into Voss, free throw line. Cutting baseline is Parsons. Parsons goes in. Voss gets the dime. Parsons gets the deuce. It's a 35-24 lead for Parsons now. That's going to be his third point of the basketball game. And we'll get a foul back here on the Mustangs, as Parsons will get whistled for the foul. It'll be his first, team first of the quarter against Mendon Unity. 5:04 left here to go in the third quarter. Mustangs lead the Panthers 35-24 in the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. With the basketball now is Lohmeyer, top of the key to Moore. They work it around to Paben, flashing into the block is Blewett. They work it around back to Genenbacher. He's already got a couple of triples tonight. Here comes Moore, driving in baseline, kicks it back out. Genenbacher thought about the three, drives in against triple traffic, and now Sawyer Allen is going to get another charge taken, and Genenbacher is going to get whistled for the foul. It's Genenbacher's third of the contest, third foul of the quarter against Camp Point Central. Friday night against Peoria Quest, Sawyer Allen took 2 more charges. We don't know what the official tally is this season, but the sophomore has taken the floor a bunch of times and gotten the whistle in his favor. Allen now with the basketball, trying to find McMillan. Now they get it back to the sophomore. He'll drive in, goes into the free throw line, stops, hesitates, and they say that he'll get whistled for traveling. It's a turnover against the Mustangs. 4:22 left to go here, as Camp Point Central will have the length of the floor to go. They trail by 9. Blewett now with the basketball. Lohmeyer kicks it back out. They work it around the perimeter. A few dribbles now to Moore between the legs. Gives it back off to the other senior guard in Paven. Flips it to Moore on the right side. Gets a pick from Blewett. Working it around the perimeter. Patience here by the Panthers. Blewett fade away from the block is no good. Sawyer Allen will grab the rebound here for the Mustangs. Gets it out to Schaefer. Schaefer looking to push, but he doesn't have numbers. Gets it into McMillan. Looking to double team every time when McMillan touches the basketball. Now it's a steal away from Moore. Moore, he goes 2-on-1. Moore goes in, and that one's going to be a block. Sawyer Allen doesn't win it that time, and he'll pick up the foul. For Allen, it'll be his second of the contest, second of the quarter against the Mustangs. Going to the line will be Nick Moore, the 6-foot senior guard. Remind you about Bowler's Universe, open Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m., 10 p.m., Fridays until midnight, and Saturdays 4 to midnight. They offer many delicious menu items from burgers, fries, and specialty pizzas. And try one of those delicious craft beers. Come out and enjoy the fun at Bowler's Universe out on the west end of Pittsfield. First free throw is up and good for Moore. He's got 10 points now in the evening as Peterson checks back in for the Panthers. Second one is also up and good. We're back to a 9-point ball game. Moore with 11 to lead the Panthers here midway through the third. Schaefer with the basketball. Dribbling on the left side, kicks it back to McMillan. He'll drive in strong, goes up, and that's going to be a heck of a charge taken by Drew Paben. As we'll get a look at it here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Paben was set and anticipating it a long way in advance, and you'll get a look as Melvin McMillan drove in and just bullies into Paben. It's a turnover against the Mustangs. Third foul of the quarter against Unity. For McMillan, just his second foul. Shot up from Genenbacher in and out of the rim, no good. Everybody fighting for the rebound, and Peterson somehow comes out with it. Panthers get a second chance opportunity with 3:02 left to go in the third. Genenbacher with the basketball. Blewett wants it in the post. He's guarded by Voss. Genenbacher picks up the dribble. Now they get the pick and roll set. Genenbacher now guarded by Voss. They whip it over to Paben on the left side. Now they get it back into Blewett. He's got the mismatch against the smaller Parsons. Bullying in is Blewett, but he loses control and loses the shot. Voss comes up with the rebound. He wants to push the tempo for Unity. Spin move by Ethan Voss. Oh my goodness, Ethan Voss, the forward looking like a point guard, and the Unity fans love it. 37-26 for Ethan Voss. He's got 19 points on the evening. An 11-point lead here for Camp Point, their biggest of the contest. Paben drives in, goes in up, dishes it out to Peterson. Nowhere to go as they flip it back out to Genenbacher. Genenbacher's three is up and good. Elijah Genenbacher knocks down his third triple of the night. It's a 37-29 ball game for Genenbacher. He's got 9 points, all from behind the arc. Schaefer will pull the basketball out here for the Mustangs and order instructions for his team. Allen Works it down into McMillan. Voss flashed up in the corner, nothing there on the elbow as they try to get it into the big fella. He's guarded by Pabin. It's a cross-court pass to Parsons, and Parsons will drag the foot as Blewett was closing in on him. It's a turnover against the Mustangs. 1:41 left to go here in the third. Mendon Unity has led by as many as 11. They now lead by 8. Pabin driving in against Schaefer. Baseline, fade away, no good. Allen will grab the rebound, gets bumped by Peterson. No call, will play on. McMillan with the basketball down in the corner. He'll fire up a spot up three, and it's good. Melvin McMillan knocks one down from 19-9. It is a 40-29 basketball game for McMillan. Now he's got 16. Moore with it. Takes a few dribbles, wanted to go into the lane, but no lanes were there. Gets it down to him. Left corner three off the front of the iron. He'll grab his own rebound. Drives it again, bumps into Voss, and they say that'll be a bump on Ethan Voss. Voss will pick up the foul. It'll be his second, fourth of the quarter against Mendon Unity with 53 seconds left to go. Foul is called on the floor. Blewett will inbound here. It's a box formation for the Panthers to get it in. Blewett bounce pass into Pabin in the corner. 50 seconds left to go. Pabin will dribble out the basketball. Panthers tried this near the end of the second quarter as well. We'll see what they've got up their sleeves this time. Pabin takes a dribble. They get it out to Moore. Three ball from the left wing. Misses the mark entirely. Parsons comes up with the loose ball rebound. 28 seconds left to Voss now. Voss pushing 20 points on the evening. They get it to McMillan. McMillan drives in strong and takes it up and good. Melvin McMillan off the assist from Voss. 42-29 for McMillan. Now he's got 18. With the basketball now is Pabin. Flips it out to Moore, trying to find Blewett. All three seniors over on the right side. They get it back now to Gendenbacher. One-handed pass down into the corner. Nick Moore for three, and it's good. Nick Moore knocks it down to close out the third quarter. For Moore now, he's got 14, and it's a 10-point ball game. It's Mendon Unity 42, Camp Point Central 32 as we get a last look at the three-pointer out of the hands of Nick Moore. Don't go anywhere. We've got fourth quarter play-by-play coming up here on Central Illinois Sports.
We do a procedure called a transcatheter aortic valve replacement, and we call it TAVR.
TAVR is state-of-the-art. It wasn't really available worldwide until the early 2000s.
It's a minimally invasive procedure in order to replace the valve.
I'm number one.
I was number 100. Years ago, they would have to do open heart surgery, and now they don't.
Had I not had it done, I would not be here today. I feel like I'm living on a bonus of blessings.
Are you short on time or budget, but your family is hungry? It's time for the Maya Authentic Mexican Restaurant in Pittsfield. Try the Maya Special, a crowd favorite. Delicious grilled fajitas, steaks, nachos Mexicano, salads in a tortilla bowl, the tastiest salsa and cheese sauce around, and the fastest service anywhere. You can afford it. It's the Maya Mexican Restaurant on Washington Street. Call ahead with your order and you can pick it up in the drive-thru, 217-285-4526. The Maya Restaurant in Pittsfield.
Back to fourth quarter action here as Mendon Unity leads Camp Point Central 42-32. And the Panthers need to get some things going here if they're going to try and pull out a win here tonight in front of their home crowd. Mendon Unity looking to play the big upset spoiler here this evening. With the basketball now is Blewett. Down in the corner, flips it back up top of the key. Gendenbacher, who's already knocked down three from long range. They try to get it into Moore. Posts up against Sawyer Allen. Spin move, rolls in and out of the rim, no good. Allen will come up with the rebound. Both teams with plenty of timeouts. Now they find Schaefer on the backdoor cut. He's underneath the basket, kicks it out to McMillan. His three is no good, and Blewett will grab the rebound. Both teams, four timeouts still left to go here. Each team has only burned a 30. Gendenbacher with the basketball, now to Moore. He'll drive in, gets double teamed, kicks it back out to the junior forward. Spin move in the paint, fade away, nice dump down into Blewett. Gendenbacher with a dandy dive and Blewett with the deuce. It's an 8-point basketball game for Blewett now. He's got 11. Second straight game in double figures here for Gavin Blewett as he scored 22 in the big win over West Hancock on Friday night at Warsaw. Driving in is Schaefer. Nobody to guard him. Up with the scoop shot. No good. Moore will grab the rebound. He kicks it up to Pabin. Pabin goes in. High off the glass. No good. McMillan will grab the board. Pabin just a little too strong on that one. 6:35 left to go here in the basketball game. Sawyer Allen, baseline drive, goes up, bumps into Blewett, nothing there, and now Sawyer Allen will get the call in the and one, as we'll take a look at it here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. They quickly get the basketball down into Allen, gets bumped. He'll make the basket and go to the line for the and one opportunity. For Sawyer Allen, just his 4th points of the evening here. For Blewett, that's going to be his 4th personal foul. Free throw is no good. Blewett will grab the rebound. With the basketball at the top of the key is Niekamp. Gets it down to Moore on the right corner. Panthers have got to start to put some things together. There's still a lot of time in this basketball game. Free throw jumper from Pabin is no good, but the Panthers just cannot seem to get things clicking offensively tonight. Schaefer with the basketball. Spin move against Moore, drives into the lane, loses control, gets it. McMillan may have taken an extra step, but either way, Melvin McMillan puts it down. It is a 46-34 lead for the Mendon Unity Mustangs. McMillan now has 20 to lead all scorers here tonight. Voss has 19. Pass gets tipped away from Voss and knocked out of bounds. Ethan Voss has had a heck of a night. And folks, we say this lovingly, the evolution of Ethan Voss from last season to this season is one to be adored. Last season, just a little bit too physical, a little bit too strong. He's really found some control of himself on the floor, really able to handle the ball nicely. And as you've seen tonight, he's able to get to the ball, able to get to the cup and penetrate and make points, and able to shoot from outside. He has been a really nice surprise here this season for the Mustangs lineup. 3 ball away from Nick Moore, and that is the pure senior leadership from Nick Moore to knock down the clutch shots. Moore now has 17. It's a 46-37 basketball game. 5:16 left to go here in the game. Parsons now dribbling out against Pabin. The sophomore looks to get rid of it and hands it back off to Schaefer. Parsons now with it. Gets the pick from Voss. He gets double teamed. Parsons driving around, drives in. Now he almost loses it. Kicks it out to Schaefer. He'll spot up a 3 from the corner. No good. Pabin gets the rebound. He wants to run for the Panthers. Pabin goes in. Goes up against Allen. Runner with the right hand. No good. Blewett grabs the rebound. He puts it in. Gavin Blewett knocks it down on the offensive putback. It's 46-39. Give Blewett 13 on the evening. Voss gets caught at midcourt. They've got to get a timeout, and Keith Carruthers will take it. It's an Adams Fiber 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching everything live on Central Illinois Sports.
Jersey's World! Jersey's World! Party time! Excellent! Party on, James! Party on, Todd!
Jersey's Bar and Grill in Camp Point, where you can find the best burgers, sandwiches, and steaks, all locally sourced from GJY Beef Company.
We love beer! We love beer!
Ice cold draft beer. Enjoy one of our many craft selections on the patio. All at Jersey's Bar and Grill, 109 East Jefferson, Camp Point, Illinois.
Well, folks, if you haven't been to Jersey's in Camp Point, no matter where you live, it is worth the drive. Come in and get a delicious steak, one of the delicious smash burgers my wife and I enjoyed on Saturday night. Some cold, delicious drinks and great service there in the middle of Camp Point, Illinois. Jersey's is one of our fine sponsors here on Central Illinois Sports. Mendon Unity took the timeout. That was their second 30. They're down to nothing but full timeouts. Camp Point still has 4 opportunities to stop the clock at their disposal. With the basketball is Schaefer. Almost gets it stripped away, and now there's going to be a backcourt violation as Schaefer was stretching to get the basketball and diving on the ground. Keith Carruthers says there was contact. Why don't we get the reset? But it'll be a turnover on the backcourt violation against the Mustangs. And the Panthers get a much-needed opportunity to close this back down to a very close contest. It's 39-46. Genenbacher tosses it away as a slashing Niekamp. Niekamp came flying in, and the pass was just a little too hard to handle, and it goes past the sophomore and out of bounds. Mendon Unity is led by as many as 12 here in this contest. And Camp Point is only led by 1 point, and that was early in the first quarter. Basketball tipped away as now Camp Point exerting a little bit of three-quarter court pressure here. 4:12 left to go this one on the PCRE Real Estate and Auction scoreboard. So glad you're joining us alongside Brian Shoemaker and Gavin Hilgenbrink here live from Camp Point, Illinois. They work the basketball into Voss. He gets tipped from behind by Niekamp, and that'll be a foul against the Panthers. For Caden Niekamp, it's his second personal, second of the quarter here against Camp Point. Half a quarter left to go here in regulation. Camp Point turns right around tomorrow night. They'll travel to Griggsville Perry for a big-time showdown against the Tornadoes. We'll also have that one live for you here on Central Illinois Sports. Driving in is Parsons. Gets double-teamed to the short corners. Tries to find an outlet. He finds Voss now at the top of the key. Voss spots up on the left elbow. Shot is no good. Flying in was Schaefer. It's a loose ball rebound as Genenbacher will come up with it. He'll push it. Gets tipped away from Parsons, and there'll be a double dribble on the defensive stop from Elijah Parsons as he just got enough into the lane of Genenbacher to stumble up the junior. Sawyer Allen with the basketball. Tips it now back out to McMillan. High pass now to Schaefer. Back to McMillan. McMillan drives in. Oh, and he can't finish the layup. That's 2 baskets that the Mustangs desperately needed here in the fourth quarter. They get it to Blewett, and that's going to be a foul against Blewett as we'll take a look at it as Sawyer Allen again takes the charge on the Northwestern Mutual replay. For Blewett, that's going to be his 5th foul as you see Sawyer Allen get the nod again. Blewett will foul out of the contest. 13 points of the night for Gavin Blewett. 3rd foul of the quarter against Camp Point Central. Time whittling away here. 30 left to go in the contest, and now McMillan will get fouled in the backcourt by Genenbacher. That'll be his 4th. James Barnett issuing some instructions here. Panthers have got to find some answers here. 39-46. They trail here in the 4th. McMillan loses the basketball, and now its body's flying on the floor. We'll see what the officials have to say about it. Foul is going to go against Niekamp. That'll be Niekamp's 3rd, and that should be the 5th foul of the quarter that will send the Mustangs to the free throw line. So the Mustangs in bonus here for the remaining 3:23. McMillan's going to step to the free throw line. 20 points on the night for the senior. Melvin McMillan has been a bright spot every night here in the Mustangs lineup. He knocks down the first one, 47-39. Give McMillan 21. Real Net and Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. They've got your local headquarters for concrete, lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more. Stop by and see them or call 217-285-5013 for Real Net and Twine. McMillan knocks down both free throws. He's got 22 on the evening to lead Unity and to lead all scorers. 3:23 left to go. Moore with the basketball, guarded out by Schaefer. Genenbacher in the post. Moore spots up from the left elbow. Rolls around the rim, no good. Sawyer Allen comes up with the rebound. Now full court pressure from Camp Point. Unity's got to take care of the basketball. They get it down into McMillan, off from Parsons. McMillan from Parsons, and just like that, it's back to an 11-point advantage. McMillan's got 24 on the night for Unity. Paben with the runner. He'll get fouled by Parsons, and he'll step to the free throw line as we take a quick look back at that last layup for the Mustangs here on the Northwestern Mutual replay. At the line is going to be Drew Paben. Parsons picked up the last foul for the Mustangs. That's his 2nd of the contest. Paben eyes up the first one, and it's good. For Drew Paben, it's been a little bit of a quiet night here, and that's just his first points of the contest. Eyes up the 2nd. It's also good. James Barnett wants the timeout. Will take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout for top-notch computer sales and service. Adams Fiber, your guys to go to in the local area. Visit followthefiber.net. We are back in 1 minute.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
2:51 left to go in this one. Camp Point took the timeout. It's their second of the contest. They've still got 2 fulls and a 30 available. Mendon Unity has 3 fulls at their disposal if they need them. The Mustangs lead by 9, 50-41 with 2:50 left to go here in an all-important West Central Conference matchup. Melvin McMillan has 24 to lead Unity. Ethan Voss also with 19 on the opposite side. Nick Moore has 17. Gavin Blewett has 13, but he is eliminated from the contest as he's already picked up 5 fouls. Mustangs are in the bonus for the rest of this one. They've only given up 1 foul defensively. Full court pressure. Mustangs have got to get across, and instead Niecamp's going to get caught with his hand in the cookie jar, and Sawyer Allen will head to the free throw line. For Niekamp, that's going to be his 4th personal foul. Stepping the line will be the sophomore Sawyer Allen. While he does that, we remind you about PCRE Real Estate and Auction, the #1 resource for buying or selling real estate in West Central Illinois and Northeast Missouri. If you're looking to buy, sell, or auction farmland, recreational and hunting land, residential or commercial property, you've come to the right place. Learn more at PCRErealestate.com or call 217-285-5800. First one's up and good for the sophomore Sawyer Allen. Second one up and no good. Moore comes down with the rebound for Sawyer Allen. A quiet night, just 5 points on the evening. Driving in is Pabin. Runner high off the glass, no good. McMillan grabs the rebound. 2:30 left to go. Mustangs have a 10-point lead. Allen dribbling through double coverage, loses the basketball. Pabin comes up with it, gets tripped away, and now he tries to throw it away. Pabin was off balance trying to throw it. Schaefer comes up with it, and now Lohmeyer will commit the foul in the backcourt. For Caden Lohmeyer, it'll be his 3rd personal foul. At the line will be Cody Schaefer. Schaefer is scoreless on the evening. Had a dozen Friday night in the Mustangs win over Peoria Quest. An 80-63 win, the highest point total so far for the Mustangs this season. First one up by Schaefer is good. Give him a point on the night. It's 52-41. 2:18 left to go here in this one. Second one up, in and out, no good. Moore with the rebound. Panthers trail by 11. 2:15 left to go here. Dribbling in is Moore. Stops from the right elbow. Gets caught partially bumped by McMillan, and it's going to go out of bounds, and we'll see who the foul's going to be against. It may go against Niekamp. And it does. It goes against Caden Niekamp, and that's going to be the 5th of the game against Caden Niekamp. Niekamp will foul out of the contest as well. Peterson will check back in. So Blewett and Niekamp both out of the game here now for Camp Point Central. With 2:09 left to go in the contest as Ethan Voss steps to the free throw line. 19 points on the night, 11 in the first quarter for the 6-foot senior. Eyes up the first. Shot is no good. Mustangs need to grab this one if they can get it in the hoop. 2:09 left to go. Voss looking for his 20th point of the night. Free throw is up and it's good. 53-41. Back out to a 12-point advantage, the largest of the game for the Mustangs. Pabin with the basketball. Trying to drive around Parsons. Now they get it to Moore. Moore fires up a 3. No good off the front of the rim. Voss flying in. So does Peterson. Peterson with another hustle offensive rebound. Lohmeyer with it. Now to Pabin. Pabin will drive in against Parsons. Goes up with a scoop shot on the left hand. Nice shot by Drew Pabin. 43-53. Pabin now with 4 on the night. Keith Carruthers will take a timeout from the opposite side. We'll take it too. It's an Adams Fiber timeout, and it's a 1-minute break. We'll come back. Stick around for the last 90 seconds here live on Central Illinois Sports.
I have to speak to you about something that is concerning me. Heard you and your mother talking about this Arlo fella.
You're dating someone?
Yeah.
Dad, Arlo's the name of the new security cameras that we got from our service provider. Arlo's not a boy.
Oh, boy.
Ah, not a boy. Apparently, we just learned that it's a camera named after a boy. Why don't you name it Peter?
Are you looking to streamline your banking? Great Rivers Bank has just what you need with our streamlined checking and savings accounts. Earn high interest rates or get cash back on debit card purchases with your qualifying account, plus ATM fee refunds. Certain qualifications required. Call or visit our website today at www.greatriversbank.bank to get started. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Mustangs take the timeout. They've got 2 remaining. It's an Adams Fiber timeout, providing the ultimate internet experience with Wi-Fi 6 and internet package speeds up to 1 gigabit. That means you'll never buffer while watching high school basketball here at Central Illinois Sports. Visit followthefiber.net to learn more. Mustangs have the length of the floor to go. Parsons will inbound as they ask the large contingent of Central cheerleaders to take a couple of steps back. They've got to get the basketball in. Now they get it to McMillan. He'll take a few dribbles. They'd like to get it to a ball handler. Parsons with it. He'll try to dribble through the press. Now they get it down to Voss. Nice look-ahead pass from Parsons to Voss. Voss has got 22, and the Mustangs are back up by 12, 55-43. 1:21 left to go in this one. Moore drives in, gives it out to Pabin. Dribbles around, nice move around Parsons. Stops up at the free throw line. His shot doesn't fall. The shots just have not fallen tonight here for Camp Point Central. Schaefer looking ahead. 1:06 left to go. Now to Allen. Almost gets it lost away, but the officials will blow a whistle, and I think that's going to go against that's not going to go against Moore. That's going to go against Genenbacher. That'll be Genenbacher's 5th foul of the night. Robert Gooding is going to check into the basketball game, the senior forward. First time we've seen him tonight with 1:01 left to go. Sawyer Allen is at the free throw line with a chance to ice this one away here for the Unity Mustangs. First one is up and no good. What a big win this would be for Keith Carruthers' squad here tonight if they can hold on. Second one is up and good. 56-43. Largest lead of the game is right now for the Mustangs at 13. With the basketball is Moore. Up to Peterson at the volleyball line, now around to Lohmeyer. Panthers have to score in bunches and fast. Moore will fire up a 3. It's no good. McMillan will grab the rebound. Parsons with it. He's got to get it down the court. Gets it caught way down away from the basket. Now they get it to Schaefer. Down to Allen to Voss. He can't finish, and Allen's going to get whistled for the foul from behind. It'll be Allen's 3rd, just the 2nd of the quarter. Well, barring a very big surprise here in the last 34 seconds, the Unity Mustangs are going to pull what's got to be considered a nice upset here over the Camp Point Central Panthers as Voss goes in and hammers Pabin. Pabin's going to get the and one opportunity, as we'll see it again on the Northwestern Mutual replay. Pabin drives in, and Voss just comes in with a big hammer. And Pabin will go to the free throw line. 56-45 for Pabin. Now he's got 6. 3rd foul of the quarter against Unity. And it rolls around and goes down. Pabin's got 7. It's a 10-point basketball game again with 28 seconds left to go. They get it to Schaefer. Double team now 90 feet away from the basket. Has to get rid of it. Tosses it back over to Allen. Now down the court to Voss, and it's going to go over his head. And out of bounds, it's another turnover here against the Mustangs. Well, if Unity's going to walk away with a big win here, Camp Point's not going to make it easy in the final seconds. Peterson to Pabin, pushing quickly down. Somebody's got to fire up a shot and fast. Pabin leans in, doesn't get it off. Now they get it to Moore. 13 seconds. He'll fire up another one. No good. Loose ball rebound comes down to the hands of Cody Schaefer. Less than 10 seconds to go. And the Unity fans are up on their feet tonight. They're going to steal a win here against the Camp Point Central Panthers in a big win for Unity and a frustrating loss to start this 6 games in 7 nights for Camp Point Central. Final score of the ball game, Unity 56, Central 46. We are going to come back on our Blessing Health System post-game show where we'll have final stats and some analysis from this one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching high school basketball live on Central Illinois Sports.
Once or twice a year I might get the cold or a flu, and my wife calls it the man flu. So you know what that is.
Yeah. What do I love about our team? We have a good chemistry. We all work together.
I mean, come on. I've got the best job in the world. Sometimes they say, oh, I like to do handstands.
Yeah, I taught Brian how to do the handstand. That's all right.
And every day, I mean, it's a fun day.
Yeah, it definitely makes me proud to be here.
The Liquor Booth is your home for a huge selection of beer, wine, and spirits. The Liquor Booth has 2 locations in Quincy, 3520 Broadway and 1500 North 12th Street. The Liquor Booth, where it's always happy hour.
Hey, it's the start of a new year, and it's one of your New Year's resolutions in order to make your dollar stretch further. Then you don't want to miss the Dollar Day sale at your local Farm Home Supply running January 5th through the 14th. Here are some of the hottest deals. Get $15 off all Wrangler Retro Denim. We'll give you a free $15 gift card when you purchase any 30-pound or more Purina Pro Plan dog food. Tide Simply Laundry Detergent is only $8. Need a heater? Our most popular milk house heater is only $17. See all the deals and much more right now at farmandhomesupply.com.
I love training. I like to help people improve on their task. That food has been providing everything for me. They just treat you so well. When my life needed an opportunity, I chose that.
We welcome you back here on the Blessing Health System Illini Hospital post-game show, where the Unity Mustangs come out with a surprise win over the Camp Point Central Panthers, a 56-46 win for Keith Carruthers' squad, and a heck of a performance tonight here from Unity. Let's go down the final scoring totals here tonight for the Unity Mustangs, who improved to 15-11 and 2-3 in West Central Conference play. Sawyer Allen finishes with 6 points on the night. Elijah Parsons with 3. Cody Schaefer with 1. Skylar Godshaw played but did not score. Melvin McMillan finishes the high scorer of the night with 24, and Ethan Voss chipped in 22. He had 11 in the first quarter for Unity. On the flip side of the night, for now the 16-5 Central Panthers, who fall to 7-2 in West Central Conference play. Nick Moore finished the night with 17 to lead the Panthers. Caden Lohmeyer played but did not score. Drew Paben finishes with 7. Cole Peterson and Caden Niekamp both played, did not score. Elijah Genenbacher finishes with 9. Robert Gooding got in for the last minute. He did not find the basket. Gavin Blewett finishes with 13 for Camp Point Central. The Panthers beleaguered by foul trouble here tonight, as Niekamp, Genenbacher, and Blewett all foul out of the contest throughout the evening for Camp Point, who never got things going in a real smooth rhythm. They only trailed by 5, 25-20 at halftime, but just never felt like things were going the way of the Panthers. Credit that a little bit to the stingy defensive efforts of Mendon Unity. Mendon Unity is going to pick up a big win here tonight as they argue for a top 4 seed in their subsectional. Camp Point Central is going to have to forget this one and be a goldfish, as Ted Lasso would say, because they've got a trip down to the Nick, where they'll face the Griggsville Perry Tornadoes in a big match that the Tornadoes are looking to get back after losing the third-place contest at the Winchester Invitational Tournament. Well, fans, it's been a fun one. We hope you've enjoyed high school basketball with us here tonight. We remind you, get signed up online now. Visit us at centralillinoisports.com or on our YouTube channel to learn how you can get subscribed and get your purchase ready for the IESA Junior High Boys Basketball State Tournaments coming up here on Saturday. We thank you so very much for joining us tonight on high school basketball. We'll tell you about our Edward Jones Financial Advisor Player of the Game here. Financial investments are important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement that our young athletes receive from their coaches, parents, teachers, and mentors. Derek Harris, your Edward Jones Financial Advisor, understands this, and that's why he's a proud sponsor of the Player of the Game, and he was a good one in his own right, if you remember, as he helps us out every season here on Central Illinois Sports. Player of the Game tonight is going to go to Ethan Voss. Stepped up big in the first quarter for the Mustangs as he chipped in 11, finished with 22 on the night as the Mustangs pull the upset win here at Camp Point. That's going to wrap it up here from the Panthers Den. For Brian Shoemaker and Gavin Hilgenbrink, the man G-Money running the camera for us, we are so very happy, humbled, and honored that you've chosen to spend your hard-earned dollars and well-earned time watching high school basketball with us. We will see you tomorrow night from Griggsville Perry as the Panthers travel down to take on the Tornadoes. Stay safe, be careful, getting home, and hey, call your mom. She misses you. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.